The King and Queen are visiting Pope Leo at the Vatican for the first time since he was named leader of the Catholic Church in May. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching for more details. In a historic first, King Charles is to pray alongside Pope Leo after their meeting at the Vatican. The King is to take part in a solemn ecumenical service alongside the Pope in the Sistine Chapel during a spiritual high point of his day-long visit to the Vatican on Thursday, October 23rd. The service, taking place under the magnificent Michelangelo ceiling, is the first time a British monarch has prayed with a pope in public since the Reformation in the 16th century. The day began for Charles and his wife, Queen Camilla, with a joint audience with the pontiff. The couple drove through famous St. Peter's Square and arrived at the San Cosmo courtyard, the ceremonial entrance to the Apostolic Palace, where they were welcomed to the Papal Apostolic Palace by Reverend Monsignor Leonardo Sapienza. They were then taken inside for their first audience with Pope Leo. Afterwards, in the Pope's library, they exchanged gifts. Charles handed his host a large silver-framed photograph and an icon of St. Edward the Confessor. Pope Leo, meanwhile, presented the king with a scale version of the mosaic of Christ Pantocrator that's in a cathedral in Cefalù, Sicily. Their visit comes during the 2025 Jubilee year, marked every 25 years, and is said by Buckingham Palace to be a significant moment in relations between the Catholic Church and Church of England, of which Charles is supreme governor. Stressing Christian unity and care for the environment, the visit also recognizes the ecumenical work they have undertaken and reflecting the Jubilee year's theme of walking together as pilgrims of hope. After meeting some of the key cardinals at the Vatican, Charles and Camilla then headed to the Sistine Chapel for the service that was designed to underline the harmony between the two churches. It was here that Charles and Pope Leo prayed together, the first time a monarch and pope has done so in public for around 500 years. The ecumenical service featured the children of the choir of His Majesty's Chapel Royal and the choir of St. George's Chapel in Windsor Castle, accompanied by the Sistine Chapel Choir. The King, 76, and Camilla, 78, are fulfilling a commitment that was originally scheduled during Charles's visit to Rome in April. But by the time he was in Italy, Pope Francis was ailing, and they were not able to fulfill their commitments. They did meet Francis briefly on April 9th, but he died on April 21st. Pope Leo, the first American-born leader of the global Catholic Church, was elected in a conclave of cardinals in May. After the ecumenical service, Camilla stayed at the chapel to meet the choirs, while King Charles and the Pope joined a meeting about sustainability in the Sala Regia, a state hall in the Apostolic Palace. They will then leave the Pope and the Holy See and visit the Papal Basilica and Abbey of St. Paul's outside the walls, where Charles has been made Royal Confrater of the Abbey.